viewers and my Haxors, and wow, 78 likes on my last upload. Really, guys, I don't even know how to react to that, but I want to thank every single one of you who liked the video. And just, oh my god, thank you guys. That's even a better outcome than I ever thought I would have gotten. And hopefully this battle gets the same outcome, because this is my last upload for this year. And there's a very, very good UU battle against TheMrShadowblaze. His link will be down in the description. I believe that's his name, or close to it enough. But yeah, anyways, if you enjoyed the battle, guys, please just click the like button. That's all I ask in return, to end off this year with a bang. And I thought this was the perfect battle for that, because surprise ending, and no, whatever. So I'm gonna let off with my Hippopotas, and I was lucky he didn't have Obama Snow, because this battle took place before Obama Snow got moved up to BL, as he leads up with his Excavalier. And I know for a fact I can take one move, so I'm gonna stay in, I'm gonna get up my rocks. And I was actually pretty surprised I outsped Excavalier, considering that Hippopotas are pretty damn slow. But I'm going to switch out to my Slowbro because it is the physical wall of my team, and since he's more than likely Choice Banded locked into Ironhead, I know I can take a hit for days. But he makes a good switch and goes out to his John Mega, which obviously I don't want to stay in. So I'm going to switch out into my Lidikiad, my Aerodactyl, which thanks to the +1 special defense boost, those bit of special defense EVs, and the HP EVs I have on this, I'm going to take the Bug Buzz like a monster. Now here, I should have gone for the Roost instead of going for the Rock Slide, but I was like, nah, I'll just kill off the Yamega. And I don't know, the Roost, not going for the Roost that turn isn't that big of a deal, but it would have been nice to be at a higher amount of HP where I normally would have been. Now here, it completely forgot to cross my mind that I carried Taunt, and I knew for a fact that Golurk was going to go for the Substitute. So I could have gone for the Taunt, then gone for the Toxic, instead of going for the Toxic, then allowing this Golurk to be behind a Substitute. Because now this thing is scary, and even though it is toxic, this thing is going to do work to my team, and I'm a bit terrified. But luckily that Shadow Punch does absolutely nothing, and I'm going to switch out thinking he will go for another Shadow Punch, but he does make a very good play, and he's going to go for the Focus Punch, which will utterly annihilate my Aerodactyl, which again, if I had gone for the Roost earlier, I don't know if I would have been able to live that Focus Punch or not. So it really wasn't that big of a deal in the long run, as I'm going to go into my Lumiere, and my plan is to try to sub up until eventually he dies off to the Toxic, or eventually I can sub up and then be around maybe 30% HP to where I can actually switch out and maybe save Lumiere for later, so I can start setting up with him later on in the battle. So this turn I'm actually going to switch out, hoping he goes for the Shadow Punch, which in the back of my mind I was so scared that he would go for the Focus Punch, and I was like, thank you. Thank you. Now Golurk is gone, and this thing killed my Aerodactyl, did work to my Lumiere, and damaged my Slowbro a little, which I should have gone for the Taunt when I knew he would go for the sub, but you know, it's whatever. Now he goes down to Sableye, and I don't want to stay in and possibly risk him going for the Will-O-Wisp, so that's why I'm going to switch on to my Lumiere as it goes for the Substitute. And Sableye are very, very annoying, but this team handles them pretty easily. They're not really that big of a threat as long as I have my Chandelure, which luckily I do, as he goes for the Nightshade. And since I am above 100 HP and enough to where I can live the Sandstorm, I know I will be able to stay in and go for another Shadow Ball, which on hindsight, I should have gone for Flamethrower, because Shadow Ball and Flamethrower are both neutral, but Flamethrower has a higher base power than Shadow Ball, which here would have been nice if I would have gone for the Flamethrower. But at this point, I don't really have much use for Lumiere. I know Sableye could be a problem, but I'm pretty sure my team can handle it accordingly. So I'm just going to stay in, and I'm just going to keep going for Flamethrowers. Just trying to get some damage on this Fable to where I can hopefully bring in my Statland and maybe go for a return. Or if he decides to switch out, I can go for a Crunch, hopefully predicting that correctly. But for some reason, this turn he switches out, and since I did go for the Flamethrower, I am able to KO the Sableye, which is a very, very good thing, because now I don't have to worry about it later on if I have my Statland in and it comes in for it burning me. As he goes down to his Roserade. Now I have enough speed EVs to where I can outspeed bulky Roserade. Now I know for a fact that is an offensive one because he outsped me. So now I'm gonna switch out into my own Roserade, thinking, okay, Rosalinda, you can take this easily, right? That Sludge Bomb does way too much damage. Now that scared me a bit, I'm not gonna lie, because now I'm gonna be forced to switch out to my Lumiere and use it for Death Fodder, because I know for a fact I can't stay in, take another one, unless he got like absolute possible minimum damage. So yeah, unfortunately I do have to sacrifice my Lumiere, which Lumiere possibly could have come in handy later, especially for that Excavalier, which Excavalier is the bane of my existence this battle, oh my god. But I can bring in Statland, and since obviously I have the Sand Rush ability, I will be able to easily outspeed the Roserade and KO with a return as he brings out Clefable. And I know at that amount of HP, I cannot one-hit KO it, and I'm still fearing that he carries the Thunder Wave. So I'm going to go out to my Roserade, and I'm just going to keep going for Giga Drains, just trying to scout out if he does have the Thunder Wave, because if he does, then I have to play carefully if I bring in my Statland on the Clefable. But I guess he doesn't carry it because he doesn't go for it at all, as I believe next turn I go for the rest, or not, I go for one more. Yes, okay, I do go for the rest, because I know I would have died off to the combination of Sandstorm and Seismic Toss at that turn. So now I'm going to switch out so I can get my Natural Cure ability going, and I can hopefully wake up as I go back out into my Slowbro, because again, he's not going for the Thunder Wave, and here is where I can see if he's got Toxic. Yes, Toxic will be a problem on my Slowbro, but it'll be some nice scouting information for later on. Like I said, if I bring in my Statland on the Clefable, I can hopefully play around it accordingly. But no, he keeps going for the Seismic Toss. So I'm like, he might switch out, so I'm going to go for the Thunder Wave, but no, he stays in. And I believe this turn I actually go for the Slack Off, predicting him to go for another Seismic Toss, knowing I can easily take it. Oh no, sorry. I switch out. Now, why did I switch out? I'm really not sure. But I'm going to switch out to my Hippopotas just to see what he wants to go for, and since I know I can live a Seismic Toss, and obviously I'm not affected by Sand because I am a Ground type, I am going to go for the Slack Off, and eventually I'm going to be brought up to full HP as he keeps going for Slack Off, so in the long run I will end up winning, and I don't know, hopefully I can stall, maybe I can stall him out of Seismic Tosses, which, spoilers, it doesn't come down to that, which is a very, very good thing. So this turn I'm going to go for another Slack Off, and I wanted so badly to go for the Roar, but I was like, no, he'll probably just Seismic Toss me again, so I'll make the safe play and go for the Slack Off. But I know I can take a Mega Horn Iron Head, considering that I do have the Eviolite and some respectable amount of EVs into my defense. So I'm going to go for the Roar, roaring up the Excavalier as he's down to his Clefable and his Excavalier, I believe, as I am down to my RX, my Slowbro, and my Roserade. Now this is looking to be in my favor, right? And now I'm pretty confident at this point, because I know I can take Seismic Tosses for days. Now next turn, I'm going to predict him to go for the Wish, and I'm actually going to go for the Howl. And now, I count this. If he goes for one more Seismic Toss, he can bring me down to around 57 HP. I can live 2 more Life Orb hits, which means I can KO the Clefable and KO the Excavalier with the 2-0 in my favor. Now watch, this is Adamant. Max attack, max happiness, +2. And Clefable lived. Really? I had a 75% chance to KO that Clefable from the EV spread he was running on it. And it lived with about 4 HP, I think he said. So now I have nothing for Excavalier, and that thing can easily come in and go rampant through my Roserade and my Slowbro, since I don't carry the Hidden Power Fire on Roserade and I carry Flamethrower on my Slowbro. So yeah, very, very good game, the TheMrShadowblaze. And you know what, guys? As I said, I think this was a perfect way to end 2011. And just, oh my god, that was a pretty good comeback on this part. So yeah, guys, if you enjoyed the battle, and if you enjoyed the battle, a like button there, subscribe button up there, and yeah, guys, with that, you know what? I'm happy with where I've come far in YouTube since I started uploading back in May. I've reached 1K at the end of this year, which was my goal when I started uploading. So I want to thank all of you who have subscribed to me, all of you who have stuck with me through the beginning, all of those who met me halfway or like met me yesterday or a week ago. Thank you all for subscribing, guys. If it wasn't for you, then I really wouldn't be doing this, and this is possibly one of the things I love to do. I love narrating for you guys. It gets me hyped, it gets me in a good mood, and I honestly want to thank all of you. So yeah, with that, guys, I hope you had a very good 2011. I hope you will continue to enjoy my battles in 2012. And with that, guys, happy end of this year, and let's make 2012 a good one. And with that, guys, I'm out of here. Later.